Hey, what's up? It's Jim, and today I'm going to talk about Jurassic World Dominion. The Jurassic World, this is the end of the... This is the third one. This is the one where they get the cast of the original Jurassic Park finally to be in a Jurassic World movie. You get Jeff Goldblum, Sam Neill, Laura Dern, with Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Clone Girl from other movie. And they're all together, and that's supposed to be exciting. And if they were all dealing with dinosaurs in this sequel to a dinosaur amusement park movie, which I thought I thought I was seeing the sixth movie in the dinosaur theme park movie franchise, but apparently it's about Locus and Locus being used by a corporation and them stopping Locus. And dinosaurs are sort of an afterthought. Kind of they're there and, they got to run from them sometimes, but it's not really about the dinosaurs who are interacting in the real world, which is like a really cool premise. You would think that's all you need. Oh, they're dinosaurs and everywhere. We even did a Q reference in the beginning of the movie. This is going to be cool. No, fuck that. Locus. Locus? Are you... What? What is wrong with this movie? Okay, once you get past that this is like a total failure of being a dinosaur theme park movie, you kind of go, okay, maybe it's not so bad. But then you think, right, I forgot, it's a dinosaur theme park movie. Fuck you. What did you just do to this movie? Why is it about Locust? What is wrong with everyone who made this movie thinking I care? I do love when Jurassic World movies think like, look who's back. And I was like one of the people in the beginning from another Jurassic World movie who was not Chris Pratt or Bryce Dallas Howard, and I was like, he was in the last one, right? He was in the last one? We're sure? Feels like this movie thinks it is, so I'm gonna go with it, I guess. They could have really, I don't know. I think the kid from Detective Pikachu was in the other Jurassic World. I didn't even look it up because I don't care. But wow, they fucked this up so bad. It's remarkable. I don't think it's as bad as Rise of Skywalker, so Colin Trevorrow, you got that on your side, buddy. But the whole idea of like explaining to someone that it's about Locust, but it's not even about Locust, it's about getting the proof that the locusts were genetically engineered by this corporation to control the world's food supply is a total stupid screenwriter's idea of like, hey, what would be really cool if we came up with this crazy idea for... God, it sucks so bad that they fucked this up so much, because I think one of the things that's interesting is when I see Sam Neill and Laura Dern and Jeff Goldblum, they have so much natural charisma, and Chris Pratt doesn't. So the whole time I was like, wow, Spielberg is better at casting than Colin Trevorrow and a few film executives who just picked who was popular at the time. They actually cast the movie with interesting acting, and you can still see that very plainly in this film. And I don't think it's like Spider-Man No Way Home, because I think you naturally were I can't believe they're together, and this is oh, they're predictably together. I don't really care if Chris Pratt gets along with Sam Neill. It doesn't... I don't think anyone has that anticipation, and the movie doesn't live up to that anyway. They're not Chris Pratt doesn't care that much. Sam Neill's just naturally charismatic. It felt like when they were doing the Spider-Man thing, everybody wanted to do their best job, and I just don't get that from this. This is just such a miscalculation. I will say they are able to make things exciting and compelling, despite the fact that it never really got me to care, but it still found a way to do that. The whole idea of getting this clone girl from the last film, don't use the continuity. I do find it interesting in the post-Marvel age, films that aren't run by Marvel were well, we're really gonna have a lot of continuity. I'm no, that's, you think we care. No, you're not Marvel, come on. There's not a video I'm gonna watch that's gonna be remember when this happened? Nobody said that. Come on. What is this? It's just, they do it all the time, and I really get sick of it, because it's just I don't care. Don't just, explain to me who this person is. Or what this is. Like, the whole human clone thing is another plot line that's like, yeah, maybe it's interesting, but I came to this movie for fucking dinosaurs, bitch. I don't want to watch some, like, clone girl who, like, that's kind of interesting. B.D. Wong made it sound cool, but, like, where's the blue velociraptor or whatever? Like, that's what I came. And I don't think I'm being like a jerk or an idiot. It's called Jurassic Park with the dinosaur right there in the center. And it's just like, oh, well, we got to walk through the Valley of Dinosaurs to get to, of course, the Locus thing, which is what the movie's really about. It's more called Locus Research Facility, which don't think sounds as cool as Jurassic Park, would it? Does it? No. This was disappointing. If you're not interested in the Jurassic Park stuff, you have no reason to see this movie. There's no reason. This was, I would say, a failure, but one that they made compelling and watchable. I did follow along and was like, oh, okay, they better get out of this thing and stuff. But like, it kind of the reverse of a MacGuffin with the whole Locus thing, because like, for a MacGuffin, you don't know what it is, and you sort of don't care because the action's going and you're kind of into it. And like, I was into it, but I did know what it was, but I didn't care. I didn't care. Like, don't make a Locust movie. Make a dinosaur movie. How did you fuck this up so bad? It is very, very simple. I don't understand this movie. I don't understand its motivations. It was cool seeing Sam Neill again and Jeff Goldblum and all them together. That was actually fun. I would have much rather seen them than what. Also, Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard really like this teenage girl now, and it's like their daughter. What the fuck? Like, that came out of nowhere. Like, just so many things. And I was so hyped for this movie, like dinosaurs in the real world. Like, how can you not? That sounds like such a cool idea. And you don't do it? What? The last two Jurassic World sequels, movies, whatever, take cool premises and completely waste them. It's remarkable how bad they are at taking, like, oh, a dinosaur haunted house movie. How could that suck? Don't worry, it will. We won't do it well. We won't shoot it well. Dinosaurs being sold to rich people. Maybe that's interesting. It's not. Don't worry. We screwed that up. And then it's like dinosaurs that we release them all in the real world. And of course, humanity has the infrastructure, but not the organization methods. Trust me, I'm human. I know that to actually catch all these dinosaurs, they're just like taken over and they're everywhere. And that could be really interesting. Like, maybe the government's like, we need to get the original Jurassic Park people and take out like the T-Rexes and stuff like that and sort of contain it. And they realize they can. Like, that's the movie. That's it. We're good. And instead it's like, we got to take Clone Girl and talk about Locus. Like, I don't understand this movie. I think it was a bit of this was probably the biggest failure of the Jurassic Park franchise as a whole, because it just really thought it could do something that no one wanted at all. Like, this is bad. Like, kept introducing people like it's a Fast and Furious movie. It's just, they really like, I don't want any more of these. Like, it was cool seeing the original cast, but I think its idea that I cared about, like, first off, the Jurassic World franchise, which is pretty laughable, and a weird Locust thing. Like, I just don't like. I think Colin Trevorrow, I don't think he's a terrible director. He's kind of a bland studio guy. But like, if I was to compare him to, like, I don't know, World War Z, which is a movie I didn't like, I think he's kind of decent at that. I just think he isn't good with, like, ideas and what the concept of the movie that he's making is, and what I would actually want from a movie that he advertised under a certain franchise. Look, it's a dinosaur amusement park movie. Didn't get a lot of that shit. Got a lot of Locusts. So I think he gets it to work in spite of the fact that it really should have been rethought completely. He does a good job of that. But man, I don't know. I just find the whole premise of this confusing. Like, why people okayed this, why he thought it was a good idea, what they fully thought they were doing. I think when you look at all of that, I would say Jurassic World Dominion completely fails the franchise in a lot of ways. It completely fails the franchise in a lot of ways, despite having the cast back and reminding me why I like them all together and stuff like that. I think it succeeds on a lot of levels, but on like the core level of what this movie is, it's an object kind of failure in trying to do even what the first Jurassic World film did, which was give us like, what if Jurassic Park was a real theme park that opened? That's at least sort of interesting, whether you like that film or not. That's at least like, okay, I'll see that movie. And this, it's like, you're clearly not selling you on the plot, because they have to know this was just a total bumble failure of an idea. So I do think this was it's sad to see this franchise probably go out. I'm sure there'll be more, but at least go out for now on completely failing the whole concept and idea of why anyone would ever want to see these movies. But that was Colin Trevorrow's artistic choice, and I guess he's going to go down with the ship thinking that maybe this was a good idea, and floundering and losing kind of a big cast reunion on such a dud of a movie is, probably one of the worst studio fuck-ups I've seen in quite a bit. But, I did sort of enjoy watching it, so good job with that one. But I think Jurassic World Dominion does make me think that maybe we should give it a rest, especially if this is what people think a Jurassic World or a Jurassic Park movie should be in the first place. So if you have seen Jurassic World Dominion and you would like to talk about it, then comment below in the comments and subscribe if you would like to.